Hey everybody, I hope you're having a fantastic week this week. I wanted to continue our Living with Brilliant Balance series this week with how to set goals aligned with your unique character and purpose. Everybody has a different character and a slightly different purpose that's unique and crafted just for you. There are people, there are visions, there are plans that are a little bit aligned, and you'll want to get with those people who are aligned with you, but you are going to fulfill your purpose in a unique way with a unique sense of character that's only going to be the way you do things. And many of us set goals aligned with a purpose that are just like what everybody else does. And then when we go to fulfill those goals and we keep trying, we find that we're not able to complete them. We're not able to do things the same way that all the experts tell us. And all the gimmicks and all the plans and all the goal setting tends to crumble in on us because we're not doing it our way. So finding out your way of doing things and knowing your goal, not somebody else's goal, is going to help you be more successful and lead that fulfilling, well-balanced life. Making sure that you are successful has more to do with knowing that you're not running towards somebody else's finish line than it has to do with running just the way everybody else runs. So know that you need to know your unique finish line and your unique way of running. There's a wonderful book that's out now about Eric Liddell, who was the Chariots of Fire famous Flying Scotsman Olympic winner, who also became a Chinese missionary. He had this strange way of running that seemed like it wouldn't work. He was running like he was beating at the air. It defied every law of running physics that anybody knew. But he was incredibly successful because he did it his way. And he did it for a higher purpose. He had a great why. He was there not just to run, but to do what he was made to do. As a person, as a spiritual person, he was there to represent God. So know what your unique purpose is. What am I made for, and how am I made to do it in a way that's completely different than anybody else? So you always want to seek your maker, your divine wisdom, before you set your purpose or your goals. What other people tell you is your purpose may or may not be your exact purpose. They might have a little bit of insight, but until you really pray about that, you might not get that clarity on it. So take the time to get some clarity and define your why and have a clear vision statement, knowing your purpose. And then think about your personality. Your personality is going to make a big difference in how you reach that goal. Know whether you're an introvert or an extrovert. Know what motivates you and what demotivates you. Some people really work well with coaches. Some people, if your goal right now is to work out so you can get healthier, so you can help other people get healthier, so you can be there for your kids, if that's one of your goals, for example, some people work out better in a gym. I cannot stand the gym. I work out better if I'm working out at my house. And I'm very disciplined about working out in my house. I don't need the gym. But other people, they would let their gym equipment sit there and collect dust for years and never use it. So what works for you may not work for me, and what works for me may not work for you. You need to find what motivates you and what demotivates you and list those things off and use that when you're working toward your purpose. So know that you need to set ways to reward yourself that are going to be positive ways of rewarding yourself that'll be healthy, and know those things that are going to keep you moving. Know that some of you might need coaches or accountability partners. For other people, that's demotivating. So know what works for you. Not the experts, but you. And know your blind spots and your vulnerabilities. When you are not good at something, you need to get other people, tools, technology, things that are going to help you stay aligned with that. For some people, they need programs on their computer to shut off access to the internet for a certain number of hours to keep them focused, so they can do writing time, so they can work on their personal business development without getting distracted. If you know you have a trouble with distraction and that's your blind spot, set things in place that are going to help strengthen you and bolster you against those blind spots so they're not going to work against you anymore. And get other people that can help fill those roles that you're not good at. You don't have to do everything. Make sure you're delegating those things that you're weak in, because that allows other people to fulfill their purpose and join you in your mission, because we're not all on this mission alone. You should be in it with a team and have people together with you and use your tools. So set your finish line on your strengths and your purpose. Know that your finish line needs to be there in an area where you are strong, where your character is designed to fulfill. And define that SMART long-term goal, meaning specific, measurable, action-oriented, realistic, and time relevant. So make sure that you set those SMART goals that are specific. Making sure that you set those goals the way that they're going to work for you as a bridge to your next goal, because every long-term goal is not an end. We have a long-term goal that sets us to the next long-term goal. So your overall purpose should be a series of long-term goals. And then when you set a long-term goal, then you work backwards. And you set, okay, so if this is where I want to be in 10 years, and make it not too specific, but generally, this is where I need to be in 5 years. And then where I need to be in the 1 year increments leading up to that, and then back to months, and then to weeks, and then to days. So you're going to be more specific in your smaller objectives for days and weeks coming up closer, because you'll need to have room to adjust the ones that are farther out. But knowing where you're aiming helps you get there, because if you aim high, you're more likely to miss and hit higher than you would if you aimed low. So set your goals beyond something that's easy, because your best you is not inside your comfort zone. So you always want to aim a little bit beyond that. And then know how you are going to reach that goal. That's going to be different than how other people might reach that same goal. What are your best ways of reaching a goal? Know that about yourself. You can learn from the experts in the field that you're pursuing, but uniquely position yourself, because the way that you're different may set you up to meet a need that isn't being met. You might be there to serve a niche market. You might be there to serve a set of people that are underserved, because you'll meet that need in a completely different way than anybody else. You'll speak it with a different voice that no one else is currently saying that message through. So your voice is unique, your purpose is unique, because you are unique. So know the things about you that are going to help you reach your goal, and that are going to help you reach your people in a way that is unique to you. So don't ignore your uniqueness. Make sure you're paying attention to that, because that's what makes you art. That's what makes you a masterpiece, because you're not like everybody else. And that's what's wonderful about your Maker, is that he can make each of us different to minister to the people that are in needing our differences. So be less specific as you pull back, as you project farther out, and more specific as you pull back, and consider the potential Esther moment that you're in. Are you made for such a time, for such a place, for such a people as this? Are you in this crisis moment? Are you in this unique position for a reason? Think about that. Think about how other people might not receive the message from somebody else, but they would receive it from you. And then above, here's another thing that you need to keep in mind when you're being unique and you're pursuing things. You need to remember this post-gospel beatitude. Blessed are the flexible, for they shall not be bent out of shape. You need to be flexible with when things don't go according to plan, because they won't. Things don't go according to plan all the time. Even if you're setting good plans and good goals, things don't always work out exactly. So be flexible. If this happens, great. If it doesn't, then we're okay with reformulating and recalibrating, just like Google Maps, You can reorient, you can get back on track, you can maybe find a new way you wouldn't have found before. Sometimes when we get lost, that's when the best things happen. I got lost coming off of a mountain a few weeks ago, and it didn't seem like it was a bad being lost, because I found a waterfall I wouldn't have found if I hadn't gotten lost. So it all works out. Sometimes the detours are what bring us the best blessings. So don't miss the blessings in your detours. Make sure you're looking for those, and be willing to look for even the bad things that you can use to help you be more compassionate in your detours. Remind yourself every day. Post those pictures of the people that you're going to serve when you meet your purpose. Post those mementos of the people that are going to receive from you when you fulfill this dream. So think about those people that are waiting for you and keep that posted to keep you encouraged. And I would love to hear from you what encourages you, and I'll respond to all your comments as soon as I cut out of this. I'm so glad to see all of you here today. I hope that you have a blessed evening and a wonderful and blessed and encouraged week. Bye-bye.